Hello, everybody. Today I have with me Rick Robinson, who runs Franchise Genesis. Franchise Genesis is the first step in your journey to taking your business and turning it into a franchise system. Rick has been in franchising for quite some time. President of All Pro, President of Services for Franchising, President of Jenny King, Chief Operating Officer of Creators and Freighters. So Rick, tell us a little bit about yourself, a little bit of background information on you. How long have you been in franchising and what you've been involved in and what brought you to Franchise Genesis?
Thank you, Greg. Nice to be with you today. Yes, I'm older than I look. I've been in franchising for 37 years.
Wow.
I was laughing about that the other day, where I go back to the early 1980s when we weren't using computers. Everything was done manually. So yes, that's 37 years. I have been a franchisor 5 times. I have done both startups of brand new franchise companies, and I've also done turnarounds. When the economy crashed in 08, 9, and 10, I had a consulting business, and I got hired 2 different times to help do some turnarounds for some franchisors that were struggling at the time. I was also a very large master franchise owner for Arizona and New Mexico. I had 230 unit franchisees underneath of me, doing 19 million a year in revenue.
Wow.
And then I was very fortunate. I became very active in the International Franchise Association, which is based out of Washington, D.C. And they're the lobbying group that helps oversee and protect franchising in small business. And I was fortunate enough that I became elected to their board of directors. I've done lobbying on Capitol Hill 4 times, meeting with congressmen and senators, talking about the economic impact of franchising, why it's so important to our economy here. And I was on the board with top executives of McDonald's, UPS stores, Dunkin' Donuts, all the big, large, main franchise companies that are international and national. So that was a great experience for me, learning best practices.
Wow, that is a lot of experience. I know we've been around together for a long time. Didn't know we were quite that long, but excellent.
Yeah.
Well, good.
So Franchise Genesis coming here. So one of the partners of Franchise Genesis, Nick Neonakis, I've known for quite some time. And he talked about this new business model they were developing that I loved, because it's in the early stages, helping businesses to expand through franchising, which is the best way to expand your business. If you want to expand your business, franchising is definitely the best way to do that. And it has taken off. I came on board as the president to run Franchise Genesis last March, and we are currently franchising 5 new companies a month right now. So we are very, very successful. And much of that is because of all of the additional services we are able to offer a new emerging franchisor, where most other franchise creation companies are not able to do that.
Excellent. So what do you, when a business is looking to become a franchise, what do you look for in a business that wants to take that step into franchising? Yeah,
there's several key things that are important. First of all, we want their current business, if they might only have 1 location, we want it to be profitable. We would like it to be the business model they're running, at least similar to the one they perceive to franchise and sell, as that business in a box, as we like to say, to make it easy for franchisees to jump into. Thirdly, we like it to be the kind of business model that the customer base is pretty substantial, and they're in most markets across the United States. So it's easy to find franchisees that would want to own a franchise in those markets. Mm-hmm. And then they need to be ready to make that shift of being a day-to-day business owner of their company location to training, coaching, and mentoring new business partners, which are going to be their franchisees.
So it's quite the transition in mindset from working with your clients to working with your franchisees then, sounds like. So
that is correct.
What are the key points that a business needs to consider before they become a franchise?
They need to think about, do I already have systems in place that are easily taught? Is my business model easy to teach someone how to do? And do I have the systems in place to help them follow this road to success. But if they don't, we help them put those in place. It's many many businesses, they haven't been thinking of franchising for a long period of time. It's kind of like last minute. Yeah, I think I want to franchise my business. Sometimes economic downturns create that. They may have just closed a couple of their own locations, had to lay off employees, and they're thinking of better options. Maybe I should expand through franchising as opposed to me having these locations and being so exposed out there. So we help them analyze all of that. We go through a very lengthy due diligence process with them, strategic analysis, looking at their business, looking at the opportunities to expand them as a franchise model. And then we talk to them about what changes they would need to make and how we would help them do that before you start marketing your franchise opportunity.
Oh, well, that's interesting. So now we've come to the point where they've gotten there and they want to convert themselves into a franchise. And you just mentioned that you help them do that. So walk us through, what is the process of converting a business into a franchise?
Yes, it is a complicated process. And so franchising, it's regulated by the Federal Trade Commission. It is complicated. So you need to make sure that you are working with good professionals that understand all of the details and nuances of franchising your business, as well as the legal ramifications. So first of all, it's regulated by the Federal Trade Commission. And there is a document called a franchise disclosure document that has 23 sections to it, that every franchisor must answer all of the information to be put in there. And it has to be done by a franchise attorney that will then register it and qualify it to be with the Federal Trade Commission so that you can offer franchises. So our process takes them through gathering all of that information that is needed and required in the FDD for short, the franchise disclosure document, and then working alongside our franchise attorneys to help get the legal documents done. So that's part of it. The next step is they need to have an operations manual in place. So this is going to be the standard operating procedures that the franchisees must run their business by. So we help put that together with the new franchisor. That's going to be the standard operating procedures that the franchisee must use and run their business by. So we help them do that. And then that's going to flow into marketing. So now they're a legal franchisor. They have the operations manual and training in place. Now, how am I going to find good qualified franchise candidates to purchase my franchises?
True. So go ahead. How do they do that?
Go ahead. And there's many ways to market your brand to try to find qualified franchisees. The easiest ones that don't necessarily bring you the best qualified candidates is typical online marketing, pay-per-click, paid social, organic. As a rule, only about 1% of those leads end up buying your franchise. It's so easy for people to get on the internet, look around, kick tires. They have no money. They're not serious. They're asking you for information online. Half of them you can never get in touch with. You're leaving voicemails and emails and text messages. The next 25% you do get in touch with, they don't have any money. They're not that serious. So it's only that final 25%, maybe 25 out of 100, that are seriously looking for franchise opportunities and have some money, and they're looking for something that would help them achieve their goals and their dreams of business ownership. So it really limits the number of qualified candidates that you're dealing with that just come in off the internet. Other resources would be the franchise broker networks, the consultants. There's several very good ones out there. We happen to have a sister company, the Franchise Consulting Company, that we're affiliated with, that has 150 of these consultant brokers out there. And they are dedicated to finding good qualified franchise candidates every day. And then what they do after consulting with the individual, knowing their goals, their background, their budget, they will match up several very good franchise opportunities to them that are a good fit for them. And then that candidate decides which ones they would like to engage with and go through the discovery process and hopefully lead to a purchase. That's probably the best avenue for finding good qualified franchise candidates. There's other means. We also own a franchise expo company. That's one of our sister companies, the Great American Franchise Expo Company. This is where you're in a convention center. There might be 75 to 100 different franchisors in a booth representing their franchise opportunity, and the public comes in to learn about those opportunities. And that's a good way to gather good franchise candidates. You're able to engage with them one-on-one right away and discuss what your opportunity is. So those are good. This year, we are hosting 12 franchise expos for the Great American Franchise Expo Company in convention centers over mainly the eastern half of the United States. So that's another good resource.
Excellent. Well, that's a lot of things to consider when you're doing that. So you help them, first off, get that franchise disclosure document going, help them build that franchise, get them registered in the different states if they need to. Then you help them.
Absolutely. And in addition to that, we have, I mentioned earlier, we're able to offer a package that no one else is able to offer because of our sister companies. Some other things that are included in our package. And our package, by the way, is only $49,500, or we also offer some financing. But that not only includes your legal documents, your operations manual, but also our marketing company will design the link on your website that says franchises available and the 4 to 5 landing pages that describe the franchise opportunity. That's included. We also include building a beautiful 4-color franchise brochure that describes your franchise opportunity that you can email to candidates or you can print off and hand to someone. That's included. We also do a press release for you. But then I was mentioning our sister company, the Great American Franchise Expo Company. Since we own that, we include in our package to exhibit you in 8 Great American Franchise Expos across the country. So that's going to start generating franchise leads for you right away. And that's included in our package. So usually within a very short period of time, you have a return on investment with us because you're finding good qualified franchisees to sell to.
Well, those franchise expos, they get to do that in person, and they get to go out there and actually get a booth and just talk to people one-on-one that way so they can get to know them right away.
Absolutely. Yes.
Great. And
one other thing I forgot to mention, we also own the Franchise Journal magazine, a beautiful 4-color franchise magazine that goes out to hundreds of thousands of people every month that are interested in franchising. We do a profile about this new franchise company in there and then give them 4 full-page ads across each quarter. So it's several opportunities and marketing elements to help generate franchise leads for our clients that help get them up and running and selling franchises in a very quick fashion right away. We're there to help them. And we even offer ongoing consulting services. We can handle all the marketing qualification of candidates for them before turning them over to them. So there's many other services that we also offer to help this early emerging franchisor become a successful franchise company and get off on the right foot.
Well, that sounds important because some of these people may not know, businesses may not know anything about franchising. So they need a lot of franchise education along the way, how everything works and how it operates. And you're right there with your consulting firm then to help them, guide them through those steps.
Absolutely. Yes, we do.
To do that. Well, good. And then being in the magazine, they get lots of exposure that way. They got the booths they can go to. You've got the partners that can help them grow that franchise. And as you mentioned at the franchise consulting company, which I'm a part of, we also write up our own articles about different businesses as well. So if any of the businesses out there would like to, contact me, have me get you in touch with Rick, or just go to Franchise Genesis itself and contact Rick. Either way, you can get the exposure through the magazine, through your advertisements. And then myself, I wrote several articles in those magazines as well about franchises that are up and coming. So a lot of great education on that. Perfect.
Yeah, we are, because of the package we are offering that no one else can offer out there, we're franchising 4 to 5 new companies a month right now. It's very exciting. And no one else offers the franchising brain power that we offer. Among the partners, the few of us, we have over 100 years of franchising experience, and we've helped our clients sell over 5,000 franchises in our careers. So we know every element of franchising, and we can help them be a successful franchisor better than any other franchise creation company that's out there.
And in different industries, also all across the board for the franchises that are coming to you?
Oh, every industry you can think of. I would say food is only 20 to 25% of the companies that we are franchising, from home services, senior care, house painting businesses, early education. Yes, lots of different food types and brands. You name it, we are franchising it right now. We're experienced in every industry.
Do you find that this going into franchising is growing here in the past couple of years? Has it slowed down any with COVID, or is it still just expanding immensely?
Greg, it is on fire. You know, it's interesting. Franchising is always popular and growing, but whenever there's a downturn in the economy, it really takes off. You have individuals being laid off and tired of being laid off that want to change their life and buy a franchise. You have businesses who have had to shut down maybe one or two of their branch offices and lay off people. They don't want to do that anymore. They want to use the franchise system to grow their business. So no, franchising has been on fire for the last 2 years. And I know the franchise consulting company, this past year during COVID, helped 1,400 people buy franchises from our clients. And the year before, it was like 1,200 franchisees buy great businesses for themselves. So over a 2-year period, 2,600 people purchased franchises, found the American dream, and through our clients. So yeah, it's on fire right now.
Good. Now is a good time to look into it. Contact Rick.
Absolutely.
Rick Robinson over at franchisegenesis.com. If you need an introduction, just contact me and I'll get you an introduction over to Rick. But as you can see and hear from Rick, he's been in the business for many years. He knows what he's talking about. He's been there, done that, as they say, and can help you do it as well. Good. Anything else before I let you go, Rick?
That's it. I thank you very much for giving me the time. And yes, even if you just have questions about franchising, don't be afraid to reach out to Greg or myself. We're happy to answer any questions you might have.
I love doing it. Just give me a call anytime and I will answer any questions you have. And Rick's always there for me when I have questions as well. So I know he's a great guy to talk to and lots of experience. All right, Rick, thank you for your time today.
Great.
Everybody, have a great day out there.